Tyson, people talk shit too. There's certain people that are just crazy.
Joe Rogan just went off on Jake Paul for pulling the plug on his fight with Mike Tyson, and honestly, he didn't hold back. From the very beginning, Rogan warned Jake not to bite off more than he could chew. He even told him face to face, don't underestimate Tyson.
Jake Paul would survive against the Mike Tyson.
But Jake, in classic Jake Paul fashion, laughed it off, mocked Rogan, and called both Joe and Mike old and washed up. Fast forward, and what do we see? Exactly what Rogan predicted. Jake pulled out of the Tyson fight, leaving fans furious and his credibility hanging by a thread. Joe's reaction was raw. I can't believe this kid is backing out after all that talk, Rogan said. And he's right, Jake spent weeks running his mouth, playing fearless, only to fold when it mattered most. Rogan called it a decision that could haunt Jake's entire career, not just in boxing, but with his fans.
That Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time.
The hype was massive, and pulling out made Jake look like he couldn't handle the pressure of stepping in with a true legend. And make no mistake, in Rogan's eyes, Tyson isn't just another fighter. He's the ultimate heavyweight, one of the most feared champions in boxing history.
Never saw anybody who looked like Mike Tyson in his prime. I think you can't maintain the kind of focus that was required to be this guy.
Rogan stressed that Jake should have respected that legacy instead of treating it like just another payday. Then came the real kicker, that infamous practice session between Jake and Tyson. What was supposed to be a sparring match turned into a nightmare. Even at 55, Tyson's power and precision were on full display, and Jake learned the hard way what it feels like to face a real killer in the ring. The result?
We cannot talk about 57 years old. He does movements that kids with 21 years old cannot do. He does. Movement that people with a young age cannot do. So I can measure 57 years old with 20 years old.
Multiple concussions and a shaken ego. Tyson smirked afterward, saying, that was just a warm-up. The real fight would have been brutal. Rogan's take on that was just as brutal. He reminded everyone that Tyson, even past his prime, still carries an intensity few fighters have ever matched. Facing him isn't about clout or hype, it requires respect, discipline, and true grit. At the end of the day, Rogan's rant struck a chord. Fans turned on Jake, social media erupted, and the boxing world was reminded of one timeless truth: talk is cheap, but actions, especially in the ring, speak louder than anything else. The match itself echoed what boxing purists have been screaming for years: never underestimate a legend like Mike Tyson. But here's the catch: Iron Mike isn't exactly a young lion anymore. The man's pushing 60. Time catches up with everyone, even Tyson. Still, can you believe the way he dismantled Jake during that spar? The aftermath was brutal for Jake Paul.
Promise to the people is on July 20th, Mike will be put to sleep, and he will feel my power, and I will go down as the man who put Tyson to sleep for the last time.
He wasn't just nursing bruises, he was dealing with serious health problems. Headaches, dizziness, trouble focusing. These weren't minor scrapes. Doctors warned him straight up, your brain needs time to heal. Step back now, or risk permanent damage. And for once, Jake actually listened. Canceling the Tyson fight wasn't just about pride, it was about survival. Rogan, never shy about saying it how it is, weighed in immediately: Jake, you have to prioritize your health. Tyson is no joke. No fight is worth permanent damage. It was a sobering moment. For all of Jake's trash talk, this was the reality check nobody could spin. But then came the curveball, that $350 million lawsuit from Tyson's camp.
Anticipation for the fight was palpable, and this delay only heightened the tension and expectation.
Suddenly, Jake's decision looked less like a health move and more like an escape plan. Was he really protecting his future, or just bailing out once he realized he was in over his head? Meanwhile, Mike Tyson wasn't slowing down. At 57, the man was training like a beast with coach Rafael Cordero. The clips were insane, Tyson moving with the speed and precision of fighters half his age. Even Cordero caught a stray punch during sparring and walked away with a busted lip. As he put it, play with fire, sometimes it happens. Tyson was locked in. Deadly serious. And Joe Rogan warned Jake yet again, this is no walk in the park.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in it.
Tyson still has that legendary punch. But Jake? Still cocky. Still running his mouth. On July 20th, I'll put Mike to sleep for the last time. The arrogance was wild, a complete contrast to Tyson's dedication and Rogan's realism. And then, another twist. Just when fans thought the fight might finally happen, Tyson suffered a health scare mid-flight from Miami to LA. An ulcer flare-up forced him to hit pause. At 57, his body demanded rest. But here's the thing, Tyson didn't cancel outright.
Yeah, the news is true, folks. I, Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry, Tampa, Florida, July 20th.
He postponed. That's respect. Respect for the sport, respect for the fans, respect for the commitment he made. The boxing world rallied behind him, sending support and prayers. The hype didn't die, if anything, it grew. Everyone's now waiting, watching, and wondering, when Tyson comes back, will Jake still be there to face him? Now I'm not fighting him. Destiny doesn't want it. First I got sick, and now he's got health issues. That single statement split the boxing world in two. Some fans saw it as Jake dodging yet another fight, while others understood the mounting challenges. But let's be real, Tyson's decision to postpone instead of cancel outright showed nothing but professionalism and commitment. His health scare was legitimate. His choice to recover properly spoke volumes about his dedication. Jake, on the other hand? His reaction felt opportunistic, like he was itching for an exit door the whole time. The contrast couldn't have been clearer. Tyson was fighting through adversity, while Jake looked like he was trying to run from it. But here's the thing. Do you really think Mike Tyson is gonna let Jake Paul off the hook that easy? Hell no, speculation exploded. Jake had been watching Tyson's training clips, those brutal, raw sessions that showed Iron Mike still hitting like a truck at nearly 60. And suddenly, fans noticed Jake's swagger start to fade. The confidence looked shaky. The fear? Harder to hide. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. Jake announced he'd be fighting Mike Perry instead of Tyson. Yeah, it's true, folks. I, Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry in Tampa, Florida, July 20th. The move was strategic. Perry's a dog, a tough fighter, no doubt, but he's not Mike Tyson. No legendary aura. No Iron Mike intimidation factor. To many, this was just Jake scrambling to keep fans engaged and tickets selling, while quietly sidestepping the real storm. Meanwhile, Tyson had no patience for games. Word broke that Iron Mike was ready to slap Jake with a $350 million lawsuit if he backed out. That wasn't just about money, that was a power play. A warning shot. A way to make sure Jake couldn't just slip away without paying a price. For Tyson, this fight wasn't only about cash, it was about legacy, respect, and principle. He wanted to remind Jake, and the world, that when you sign your name across from Iron Mike, there's no backing out. Now the question is, what breaks first? Jake's jaw in the ring? Or Jake's bank account in court? Drop your predictions in the comments below, because one way or another, this saga is about to explode.